Hello, everyone. This is officially my first YouTube Live. I have to say, I am a little bit nervous. I'm excited. And the real reason why I wanted to do this today is to jump on and just kind of give you a little bit more like behind the curtains look at how I really go about doing my makeup, what my suggestions are, maybe to help you have more of an efficient routine and just have like a better, more positive approach to doing your makeup. I have a son, he's 1 year old, and my baby right now is napping. So I'm probably gonna be doing this with my hair a lot. Anyways, he is napping, and so I've been using this time to get projects completed and make time and space for other things that I'm trying to do, like this right now. But I also usually take this time to get myself ready. I just took a shower, so I'm like fresh. I have nothing on my face, in my hair. This is just kind of air drying as is. And I wanted to hop on to just kind of break down my quick routine. I am going to try to keep this as efficient as possible because I feel that a lot of people that come on here and do lives or create video content, it becomes like a 45-minute long video, which is great because there's a lot of detail in there. However, I know that most women don't have that much time on a daily basis to do their makeup. So if you're just wanting a quick and like put together look without it taking a lot of time and maybe like minimal effort, that is what this video is for today. So I am going to pamper myself and actually use this spray. I don't use this every day, but I wanted to use it today because it really helps me kind of like ground myself, make myself more calm. It's the Claudier like beauty elixir. So has a very like spa-like scent to it. And just kind of gives me like this nice fresh feeling going into my makeup. It has other benefits too, but I'm not going to go into that because I am not, this is a new product for me, so I'm still playing with it. Okay, getting my hair out of my face so I stop messing with it. I also prepped my lips with the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and now I'm going to use this moisturizer, which is also a new product I have been testing and playing with my makeup application. I'm keeping skincare very simple and having a main focus on makeup for this specific live. So I like to just make sure that I can feel the moisturizer all over my skin. So then that way it has a nice slip to it. That way when I apply makeup on top, it's really easy to blend. So I depotted a lot of my products for my personal use, along with my kit as well. But for personal use, I have these tiny little palettes that have different products in it. So this is one of the multiple sticks by NARS, and it's called Luxor, and it has like a pink iridescence to it. I'm going to just apply this around my eyes. So then that way when light just hits my cheekbone, it just has like this soft glow to it. And then I am going to go ahead and move on to concealer. And this is not the same step that I do every day. I sometimes start with foundation first. I like to switch it up because it keeps me out of a stagnant routine and gets me doing new things with my makeup when I play with the order of how I apply them. So I see a lot of people using their concealer and just putting it directly on their face and putting it back in the tube. If you are prone to breakouts, stop doing that. And if you're not prone to breakouts, stop doing that. You're just putting any bacteria that it grabbed from your face back into this bottle, and then it's just multiplying and creating more bacteria in your product, which could lead to further skin issues. So I got about this amount of concealer. You don't need a lot. And I am going to start with applying right on top of my cheekbone. I am going to use this slightly as a highlight, as in highlight and contour, not as in a shimmer product. Like this is an illuminator. So terminology wise, just so you know, I use illuminator for anything that has like a shimmer and a high shine to it. And I use the word highlight as in highlight and contour. So this product, as you can see, is slightly lighter than my skin tone. And I'm really just working on brightening up my eye area. And then next, I am going to apply this right underneath my smile lines, kind of brighten up the center of the face I try to not really go over it. It ends up happening, but in my mind, I try to think like keep it lower. So then that way it doesn't continue to gravitate further out. And then just whatever is left on my fingertips, which is hardly anything, I kind of just tap through the center to help blend that area. Next, I am going to apply in the center right here, just because I feel like I see more redness, some brightness. So I'm going to just even that out, especially through the center. Another thing that I see a lot of people doing is using so much product. If you have the right products, you don't need to use a lot of it, which will help make your makeup look so much more natural once it's finished. So keep that in mind. If your makeup is looking cakey and looks very makeup-y, you have better options available to you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm going now here underneath the lip, going inward. And then I'm just going to hit right below here just because I have a little bit more color in my cheeks. And I'm just like using, honestly, there's like nothing left on my hand, but just using whatever's left over. Definitely having more of a sheer to medium coverage. I am going to just use a tiny bit. I'm going to mix two colors, which, by the way, if you've always been on the hunt for the perfect foundation, know that all professional makeup artists usually mix their products, mix their colors. So there's not just one foundation that's going to be your perfect mix. You actually will need to put different colors in different places because your face and your skin has different colors in different places. One color can't simply do the job, the full job. Okay, so I'm mixing a little bit of this product on my hand. I'm not going to be using all of this. I am mainly going to just hit where I just put that concealer because I want a little bit more coverage right here. Again, sometimes I start with foundation. Today I didn't, obviously, but don't think that this is the only way that I do makeup because it's not. All right, I'm going to blend this out. If you notice, I'm applying with a couple fingers and then switching. I'm not a big fan of using foundation for personal use, or sorry, foundation brushes for personal use, mainly because you got to clean it if you're going to use it, especially daily. That's another way that often people get further breakouts in their skin because they're not washing their brushes. And anything that holds moisture, like a foundation brush, needs to be cleaned even more often than other brushes would. Okay, I'm grabbing my bronzer from my little palette here. This is the NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer, and this is the amount that I have. I'm just going to do this imperfectly. I'm just going to go for it. If you're not putting on bronzer at the beginning where you can like really see it, especially if it's cream, then you're not putting on enough. So I challenge you to apply a little bit more bronzer than you think you would, because by the time that it's blended out, after a couple of hours go by, it's going to completely disappear. And you're going to be like, where did all that bronzer go that I applied earlier? It didn't go anywhere. It's just that you didn't apply enough from the beginning. So sometimes I think of makeup as, what do I want the consistent look to be throughout the day? And if I'm going for more of a glam look, I'm probably going to apply a little bit more makeup at the beginning of the day. So then that way, by the time it fades and slightly evaporates, it's exactly where I want it to be. Okay, I put a little bit of bronzer around my eyes, put it on my forehead to help create the illusion that's a little smaller. I gave myself a little bit of warmth through my cheeks, and I'm not going to do this as a contour because bronzer is not contour. Let me even just show you the difference of color with bronzer versus contour. Hold on, I gotta grab it. Okay, I got it. So this is the Senna Contour palette, and I just want to show you the difference of tone. Contour, bronzer, cool, warm. There's a lot of other things, but that's just keeping as simple as possible. So this is not something I would do daily, by the way, but I decided to do it because why not? I'm on camera. I'm here with you live, and we might as well do a little bit of contouring. So, especially quick contouring. I'm not going to go and contour on every part of my face. I am just going to do it mainly at my jawline because I have a little extra skin here that I am wanting to just create the illusion that it's not there. All right. Key thing with this is to make sure that it's blended. No one can tell that you're actually contoured. Okay. let's go ahead and move on into eyes. I'm going to use a Total Taupe eyeliner by Makeup Forever. This is totally a go-to color of mine. If you have a darker complexion or darker eyes, you can definitely start with something that's a little bit darker than this taupey tone. But if you are very fair and have light colored eyes, this taupe tone is a great base to start your makeup with. And I just quickly created my guidelines. I'm doing this very imperfectly. So for those of you that really stress out about perfect lines on with your eyeliner, this is a great trick to just be able to throw it on and get a little bit of depth at that lash line. So I am going to use this Morphe brush in M321. That was easy to say. 321. All right, I'm just going to work on smudging and blending out so there's no hard lines with this eyeliner that is applied, while trying to kind of keep it in the same general area. Okay, I'm going to tap out this outer corner because it's like a little too much for me. When you're doing your makeup and you notice that something's going the direction you don't want it on, just remember, like, stay calm and remember that it's just makeup and you can easily fix it at any time. Okay, I'm going to use my Busy Art Neutral Matte Palette, and I am going to go into these first two shades. I'm going to apply it by patting it into, pressing it into the lid to help create more of a pigmented effect from that shadow. So usually with a soft blending brush, you're swiping back and forth, you're getting a soft amount, but I try to use the most minimal amount of brushes as possible on myself because I don't want to create more brushes for myself to clean. So I will just have a few brushes and use them in different ways to my advantage. Okay, I am going to now take from the same palette. I'm going to take more of a smudge brush and I'm going to use this Cool Tone shadow on me. I'm just going to press and pull the product up. Again, I don't personally like hard lines in my makeup. I feel that when you blend and you layer the depth of your products, you can create the same effect, but it being in such a soft way versus really hard lines. And I find that as you get older, you need to have more soft techniques with how you go about doing your makeup, because hard lines, I mean, really hard lines work great on anyone that doesn't have any kind of aging signs or signs of aging. So anyone under the age of like 23, hard lines are great. But once you get a little bit older, you need to have softer techniques to use to create that pop within your eyes. Okay, I just mixed a little bit of this one with that one and went back here, tapped it, and then added some depth. I'll add a little bit more. So see how I've been adding more and more depth at the bottom. And then I'm just going to take a soft blending brush, blend out those outer corners, and I'm going to give myself a little tiny bit more depth here. And now I'm going to go ahead and continue to move on. I'm going to use the Valentino Beauty brow product. Again, I'm trying to keep this quick, but it's like while I'm here, I'm like, ooh, there's so many fun things to share. So it's hard to not continue to go into more depth with makeup. So if you have found this information helpful, I am going to be trying to come on here live more often. Leave a comment of what you would love to see being broken down, or if you have specific questions, and then join me on Sundays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll try to go over any questions that I'm getting regarding makeup and application technique. So I used this is like the number one tool you should have with anytime you're doing your brows. You need to have the ability to completely to continuously brush through them. So then that way, if you accidentally go too dark or they need to be blended more, or the hair gets a little funky, then you're brushing them into place. All right, I'm going to set my makeup with a little bit of loose powder by Laura Mercier. And as you age, you want to go less and less with your powder, but you do need to set it. So there's like this fine balance of doing both at the same time. So I work this product into the brush. I'm going to still tap it off before I go to my skin. And I usually start off with my eyes. Now, it hasn't been long since I put the product around my eyes, but make sure that you tap this area out anytime that you're applying powder, because if makeup has gravitated into any fine lines, you're just going to be setting it in that place. So make sure you're blended fully before going and setting your makeup. Okay. I kind of go through the center first to mattify this area because I don't really want the center of my face to be super, super glowy. I want more of that radiance over here on the outer edges. It kind of creates a little bit more dimension within your finishes, which can be really fun to play with. I have not added any shimmer to my eyes. My eyes are completely matte right now. I think I'm going to keep them matte. This is not what I do every day. I really switch up the look that I'm doing and the finishes that I'm trying and playing with on a regular basis because I have everything that's very quick and easy for me to grab and change things up easily. If you have had a hard time with changing up your makeup routine, I do also have a free guide. It is on how to hack your makeup, and it basically is all about how to do your makeup faster. And a lot of that comes down to your prep and how you have things organized and having the right products and then understanding your features and the looks that you're trying to create and how those translate. So, if you are struggling with either being in the same routine or you're taking too long and you want to minimize the amount of time you're spending doing your makeup, check out my free guide. I will definitely make sure that I list it below. Okay, usually I take a long time with my mascara, but I chose this mascara today to be able to have a little bit of faster application. And this is, believe it or not, which this mascara has been trending lately, is the Telescopic Lift Mascara. And I've been testing this out for about probably a month and a half or so. And I like that it is quick. It definitely is able to keep separation within my eyelashes. There's no flakiness. It's very consistent throughout the day. My lashes look long. However, my tried and true mascara that I use when I'm not using this mascara basically is the original Telescopic by L'Oreal. I love this mascara, but it takes me a lot longer to apply makeup with this. So I'm just going to use like all angles to apply this mascara, get separation with my lashes, to kind of get them to a place that I like. I really find that spending some more time giving your lashes some TLC really elevates your entire look. So don't rush doing your lashes. They're a very important piece to the puzzle and creating this really clean effect. Okay, so mascara application complete. I'm going to kind of squint my eyes just to make sure that my mascara doesn't stamp anywhere. And I am going to grab the first liner that was in front of me, and it's by Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And I'm going to just quickly line my lips on top of that lip sleeping mask. So then that way it's going to glide right on. It's also not going to be the full color. So I usually like to do like a quick outline, rub my lips together, get a little bit of color there. And now I'm going to pull my hair down so I can kind of see the full picture and see kind of what's missing. So this is where I like to either grab my phone, or since I'm here live, I'm using just the video that I'm seeing of myself. I feel like I need more blush. So I'm actually just going to throw on a cream blush because that's what's closest and in front of me, and I'm not trying to make it harder on myself. And I am grabbing this bottom one right here. I believe it's by Sean Richards. Sean Richards has some amazing products. This lipstick specifically is in a bigger palette, but I really, really love the color. I'm just going to tap some of this on my cheekbones, go in like little circular motion so I don't just have a stripe of blush. Get a tiny bit more for the other side because I used way more on that side. And I'm going to alternate fingers, so then that way the applying finger is applying the product, and then I switch fingertips to blend it out. And I'm going to throw on, like, this is what's on my fingertip. I'm going to just hit like the top of my brow bone just to kind of make a cohesive look. And then with the rest of this product, I'm going to just put it on my lips. All right, I'm going to wrap this video. We are at 20 minutes exactly. I definitely spend more time doing my makeup when I am verbally explaining what I'm doing, but I hope that this was really helpful. If it was, again, please leave me a comment to let me know what step or what tip you liked the most. It will help me know what to focus on the next time I'm on here. So hope you all are having a great day, whichever day it is when you see this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it so, so much. Bye.